Hi, my name is Alyssa and I'm Brightly's Low-Waste Lifestyle Expert. If you're into sustainability, subscribe down below, become a change maker. But other than that, let's get started. Not impulse buying online was one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing for me to get over when I started living more sustainably. Online shopping is designed to feel easy, designed to make you want to buy. Every time you enter an online store, you are surrounded by basically a giant advertisement. And sometimes it's easier to hold on to your money when you're shopping in person. And I'm not saying that online shopping is bad. I online shop all the time. I get a lot of my daily items from online. So it's not that online shopping is bad. I have just transitioned into a mindset where I shop slower and I am not making impulse decisions when I'm buying. And I want to show you how I made that transition from somebody who used to be a way over consumer. So without further ado, let's get into it. My number one tip, this actually made some of the most difference to me, and that would be not saving your card information anywhere. I never did any kind of quick pay, I never did any kind of card save, and I never liked it for whether it was my browser or the site itself to just save my information. And that's because it's just slightly more of a commitment to get up and go grab your card and type in the information. I think what was part of making things so easy for me is that whenever I would check out, it would just be ready. It would be ready for me to click checkout, and that's the only step I had to take. So by making myself take more steps, it makes me think about it more and more. Me getting up, me grabbing my card, me typing in the information, I start thinking about it more and more, and what I found is that sometimes I would just stop myself, or I just wouldn't feel like getting up and getting my card, which very clearly shows that I did not want or need that item. Now, this next tip might not be something everybody has to do, but it's definitely something I had to do. So I like to budget a lot. I mean, I kind of have to. A lot of people have to. So in terms of budgeting, I force myself to check my bank account every time before I buy something. And the reason why I do that is because it's so much easier to spend money on a card. I feel like I don't spend as much when I'm paying in cash. So it's just taking a step that makes it feel a little bit closer to like paying in cash, because it's more like, okay, I have to be ready to see this money leave my account. It just feels a little more real. Another one, this is more in terms of the site, but whenever I see sites with countdown timers for their sales where it's like you have 5 minutes to check out. Now, if it's like a 7-day sale or something, that's different, or like a multiple day, like biannual sale or something like that. I don't count that. But when I mean, like when you go on a website and the whole time you're on that website, no matter what day or what month you're on there, it has a countdown timer of like, you have 10 minutes to check out to get $5 off or something like that. I immediately just click out of that website. I mean, anytime I see those timers, they really used to stress me out, and I would like throw things in my cart whether I like them or not, because I was like, oh, it's only gonna be 20% off, 15% off right now, and I would just like end up buying it, all these things I didn't like. And this especially happened to me whenever I used to be very interested in clothes, whenever I was just turning like 16, 17. So now if it's a site where that's happening, I just click out. You know, I don't even stick around on the site. My next tip is to think on it. Think on your purchases before you make them. I said this in my last impulse buying video, which was more about in-person buying, but I think it still applies to online shopping. So what I do is whenever I see something I want or something that I think I need and I don't have it yet, what I do is I jot it down, and then I go a couple weeks. I typically go about 2 to 3 weeks, as long as it's an item that's not just gonna like leave the store, and I think on it. I mean, did I survive these few weeks without it? Do I really need it? Will it really make my life better or easier? If the answer is yes, I still buy it. I'm not saying throughout this video that I don't buy things, because I absolutely do. Some things make your life more convenient, but by doing this, it just made me shop slower, and sometimes by the 3-week mark, I would even forget I was looking at that item in the first place. I actually just did this recently because thank goodness her sale was lasting for so long. I had a local shop that's a sustainable fashion brand have a biannual sale, and there was a pair of pants I really liked on there, and I sat on it for 3 weeks, and luckily the sale goes on for a whole month, and at the end of the month, right before she closed down the sale, I bought the pants, because 3 weeks later I was like, man, I really have nothing like that. I think this would be very versatile, would last a long time. And now I'm super happy I bought them. And it also makes you feel just like more fulfilled in your purchases. So that's just an example to show you that I do this all the time, and it really helps me make decisions. This was the hardest thing for me to get over, but don't window shop, because yes, you do window shop online. I know a lot of us do it. It's so easy to just want to browse pretty things. I mean, it's so easy. I mean, people make their websites beautiful for a reason. It's so that you want to stick around. So I just found that having set sites I go to, especially on my phone, I downloaded even more like entertainment things to do so that I don't do that. Because whenever I had I don't necessarily have games on my phone. I just have like entertaining things, because whenever I didn't have that, that's what I did. I window shopped all day. Another thing I do is I bought from a site where I was only planning on buying something from there one time. Like I just needed that one item and then nothing else on their site I wanted or needed for the future. I unsubscribed from their email list, because whenever you're subscribed to an email list, they're constantly sending you deals, which can be great. So I do stay subscribed to quite a few, but they're usually things that I run out of, consumable products. So the makeup I buy, I'll subscribe to their mailing list, because I want to know when something I'm about to run out of goes on sale, because if I'm about to buy it anyways, might as well get a deal for it. But what I don't want is me getting deals and wanting to impulse buy these clearance items of things that I don't already have or I don't need. So definitely there are benefits and perks to signing up for email lists, but I just mean from the brands, from the type of places that you only want to buy from once. And this one might be kind of contrary to the window shopping one, but I think this is a good transition tip, because I don't do this anymore, but I did this for a while and it actually weirdly enough helped me like a lot, and that is to make wish list. Okay, now hear me out. Whenever I was making the switch, I couldn't just stop window shopping. I mean, it's easier said than done. I can tell you, try not to window shop, but it's, again, easier said than done. I know that because I've been through the transition and it took me a long time not to window shop, and it's just a mindset shift over time. It's not gonna happen overnight. So what I did instead is I would window shop, and instead of purchasing everything, to slow down my consumption a little bit, I would make wish lists, and I would get so excited about adding things to my list. And it was almost like the rush of buying something without actually making the purchase. In a weird way, making a wish list actually stopped me from buying things, because it would just sit on that list and I wouldn't actually purchase it like ever. It would just be there because I didn't want the item. I wanted the excitement of purchasing something, and adding a wish list just kind of added that excitement. This may seem like a self-explanatory tip, but always shop with goals. This goes hand in hand with not window shopping. So whenever I'm on a site, I have a specific goal, and part of that is also means not shopping by category. So if I am looking for a lamp, I am not going to go to somebody's website and go to the home category. I'm going to go to that search bar and I'm going to type in exactly what I need. I need a table lamp. I need a floor lamp. I'm going to type that in and find it, because what happens is when you search categories, it's going to show you all these recommended products and you're going to get so distracted. And last but not least, if you do want to shop for yourself, which I do this occasionally, if I just want to buy fun things for myself that aren't things I need, I will just set a budget. I am giving myself $25. I am giving myself $50 to go just buy something I really, really want and I really think is cool. There is no shame in that. The only thing I try to do is make it more consumable products. I mean, sometimes it might be something like clothing if I'm in need of clothing, or something different, but a lot of times I like to get myself things like a bath bomb from a local soapery or something like that. And it's just set a budget for yourself whenever you're going to treat yourself, because that's okay if you're going to do that a couple of times, or if you're going to transition slowly and keep doing that. But having a budget just makes sure you don't overspend, and it doesn't impulse buy, because then you're thinking more about what fits into your budget. That is all I have for this video. I hope you learned something new. And if you have any other tips yourself on top of these, please leave them in the comments down below so we can all see them. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time.